Hi everyone, this is Professor Benjamin, and the objective of this video is to walk you through how to perform a federal docket search request. And you can find how to perform a federal docket search right here within this module. There is a part 2 to this where you will actually do a docket search for Philadelphia, and that assignment is here, and you have walkthrough instructions for that assignment here. But the federal PACER docket search assignment can be located under the module for week 1, and you will definitely need to know how to use these techniques for the midterm and the final exam. First thing you want to do is open up the assignment and read the objective, right? So the objective of this assignment is for students to become familiar with how to search the federal appellate district and bankruptcy court for cases. This is publicly available database. Public access to court electronic records, or what we call PACER, is an electronic public access service that allows users to obtain case and docket information from federal appellate, district, and bankruptcy courts. And the PACER case locator via the internet. So we will use this website to conduct a PACER search on the individuals here, and we will look up the information for these individuals within the docket search. So the first thing that you want to do is, it's a national index, and every night they take a small subset of the cases that they heard and transfer them over to this database, where then you can access information. The system serves as a locator index for PACER. You may conduct nationwide searches to determine whether or not party is involved in federal litigation. So what's been really good is that they've allowed us into this training site to be able to access this information to educate individuals about how to perform a docket search. And that's fantastic because we are going to perform some docket searches, as I said, on those individuals below. And so this is a real case from New York Western District Court cases that were filed between January 1st, 2007 and July 1st, 2007, and we'll be able to use this training system. So this is just a small subset of the federal docket search in the New York Western District Court. So here we go. I'm going to click on this site, and it'll take me to what we call the PACER training site. And it tells you a little bit more information about this. You definitely need this login and password, and I highly suggest you kind of just write it down on a sheet of paper, because on the next screen it's going to request a login from you. So you're going to go here and click up here at the PACER training site. So copy down this information first. Make sure you have that exclamation point there. Click on the PACER training site website, the link here, and we're going to have a login and a password down here. You do not need a client code. You also do not need to click on this box over here. So TR1234 is the code, is the login, and then the password is capital P-A, lowercase a-s-s, pass, and then exclamation point 234. Was the, and it tells you it right up here in case you forget. You're going to hit login. And then you come up with this, with instructions on how to look up these federal dockets. I will walk you through it, but if you ever forget or you need additional help, you can read the screen on how to get started to look at the dockets. We are going to start by going up here to a query. And here we go, query it is. And right now I have a case in there, so I need to get it out. And we are going to search down here, and the first person that we are going to look up is Terry Eric Martin. And we have a couple questions here that we need to answer. So it may be helpful for you to take those questions and have them on like a Word document. And then, so maybe take this and copy this entire part and then paste it into a Word document, and as you're searching you can answer the questions, because remember, you're going to upload the answers to these to Canvas. So it might be helpful for you to do that in a .doc format, a .docs, or a PDF format. Remember, I cannot accept .pages document, and it tells you right here to save it as a Word document and upload it to Canvas, and I would like it saved in the following way. The federal assignment, and then your name. So for example, federal assignment, Deirdre Benjamin. And I would like it in that specific manner, and I am going to grade you on that. And I know it sounds nitpicky, but in the criminal justice system, it's very important for you to upload documents with proper titles on them in order to stay organized. And also in court case hearings, when you have to supply documents, it's super important that they're labeled properly. So I want you to make sure that you label the document properly. So just don't upload anything to me. It needs to make sure it says federal assignment and then your name. So the first person we're looking up is Terry Eric Martin. And I'm going to go back to the database, and we don't have any of this information. So here I'm going to put in his last name, Martin, and then I'm going to put in Eric, and Terry here. And I'm going to run the query. And here is the case against USA versus Martin. And it was filed on 2/8/07, and it was closed on 10/20/08. And usually closed means that either the individual is prosecuted and is now in jail, or they were found not guilty. So one or the other. So I'm going to click over here on this link right here, and it will bring me to this page right here. And when I'm on this page, you'll see that there's a series of query things that come up: alias, associated cases, attorney, case file location, case summary, deadlines, hearings, docket report, filers, history, documents, party, etc. So you can click on all these and they'll take you to tons of things, information. Alias will help you tell you if there was any aliases that were involved with the case. But the best thing to click on here is this docket report. The case summary actually is a good thing too. It tells you here where the office, the name, when it was terminated, and it tells you what the individual's count was. But to be honest with you, you can find the same information on, and you just want to hit the back button. All of this can be found on this docket report. So the best thing to do is click the docket report. This kind of sheet will come up, this area here, and you just hit run report. And when you're here, you'll see there's the defendant. His name is Terry Eric Martin. You have who he was represented by. You have what was the pending count, conspiracy to distribute controlled substance. Ha ha ha. Right here, which federal, what was Eric Martin charged with? Well, right there is your answer. Okay, right here is your answer. It was a felony offense. And then over here, you have what happened with the individual. So DEFT is committed to the custody of the Bureau of Prisons to be in prison for a term of 37 months. The cost of incarceration fee is waived. The court recommends that DEFT participate in 500-hour residential drug treatment program while incarcerated. If eligible upon release from imprisonment, DEFT shall be placed on supervised release for a term of 3 years with a standard and special conditions. No fine. DEFT is to pay a $100 mandatory assessment due immediately, and the court recommends that DEFT be designated to a facility as close to Buffalo, New York as possible. And the court grants voluntary surrender. So this gives you a ton of information, and this will help you answer this question, which was, what was Mr. Martin's sentence? And you want to be specific, because there's more than just the fact that he was sentenced to 37 months. You want to list all of this other information as well, to explain to us what other sentence the individual has incurred. Right down here you have who the plaintiff, who is United States of America, represented by, which is here. And then you find all this other information here, which is all of the documents that have been submitted within this. There was a plea agreement, you can see, as Terry Martin entered, so it looks like he went into a plea agreement with the United States in order to be able to probably lessen his sentence. So you can see there's tons of documents here. And you may have to go through all of these documents to find some of the answers to some of these questions. It shouldn't take you too much time, but it may be worth clicking through, because, for example, I don't have the answer to this question, which is which federal agency investigated Mr. Martin. I also don't have what type and quantity of drugs was Mr. Martin found with. So I don't have answers to these two questions. So I need to kind of click around a little bit. Well, number one, I'm going to click here on the complaint, and this is actually going to bring up the entire investigation. Oops, I've been logged out and this happens because I'm taking too much time explaining this, but I'm going to log back in again. And I'm going to view the document. So I'm going to view the document, and here's the complaint against Terry Eric Martin, and it'll download for you, and it's amazing. Like, you have the entire complaint that was filed. So the United States District Court, here it is, and right here is actually the complaint. On or around December 13, 2006, in Niagara County and elsewhere, the defendant did knowingly, intentionally, and unlawfully possess with intent to distribute a mixture and substance containing cocaine, a Schedule II controlled substance. And then right below it, it gives in violation of Title 21 of the United States Code, Section 846, respectively. I further state that I am a special agent with the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and that this complaint is based on the following facts. Well, right there tells us who was the arresting agency. The arresting agency was the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, was who arrested this individual for intention to distribute cocaine and awfully possessing it. And then down here, it actually goes into the sworn testimony of the special agent. And so you want to read through this. And this will give us the information that we need on how much controlled substance the individual had in their hands. And this is the deposition. So you'll see all of the information here. And so you want to read through this. And look right here. I'm just skimming through, and look right here. It looks as if the individual, so this affidavit is support a criminal complaint charged Terry Eric Martin with violation of Title 21 United States Code in conspiracy on the 13th day of December. He did conspire to possess with the intent to distribute a controlled substance of cocaine in the amount of approximately 38.6 pounds. So right here tells you how many pounds of cocaine this individual had with intention to distribute. And then you can go through the rest of the document and read as much information as you need. You will find some really cool testimony in here and some really cool information. And on some of these cases, on some of this information, you're going to need to scroll down farther. So there's a little bit of information here, like Norma Thompson and who their co-defendants are. That might be a little bit harder to find and may require you to read a little bit further into the information. But all of these answers can be found by completing a federal docket search. And this one says, provide a brief summary of docket entry number 60. So when you go through the docket search, you're going to want to look for number 60 on that individual. And again, I was logged out. So watch this. If you go down here, oh, I need to go back. Why is this not letting me? Okay, here we go. Oh no. It is a quirky system, so you have to be patient with it. I'm kind of being a little impatient with it, but I'm going to X this out real quick, and I will look in Martin, and then Terry Eric. Let me do this, Terry. Okay, run the query, and when I click on this, where I look for number 60, let's say this, I don't know if this one has 60, but you'll see you want to scroll all the way down to number 60. This one only goes to number 40. But for this case, you'll want to go all the way down to number 60 for Daryl Scott. You want to scroll all the way down. There'll probably be at least 60 or more entries. So you would want to click on 60 and then summarize what that document has to say. So overall, I hope this video helped you at least walk through some of the federal docket search processes. And I mean, you can search people, but they have to be between those specific timelines. If not, you're not going to find individuals. So it's not like the PA docket search where you can kind of search up-to-date information. This one is for a snapshot in time. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.